Good morning, 5am, 5b. Today is Sunday, the 5th of April, 2020. Today we have got a writing workshop, which is to write a non-chronological report. Okay, lesson objectives today are: number one, to read and understand a report about London, which you will see, we will go through together. To understand new vocabulary inside the report, and to write your own non-chronological report on a capital city of your choice. Okay, so here we go. Let's go up. Okay, so as you can see, it's about London. Here is the Houses of Parliament and Big Ben, and some of the sights that you can see in London. Okay, so your information. You're about to read a non-chronological report about the description of London. These types of reports give factual information about a particular topic and are not written in time order. So, your instructions. Oh, went too far there. Let's go back up. Read the following non-chronological report about London, then write your own non-chronicle report about a city that you would most like to visit. Find out as much relevant information as you can. So, non-chronological reports are normally written with subheadings, so you will see them as we go along. Also, as it says, not in time order. Okay, so it's not like some of the fiction that we read. Okay, so let's go on. So it says, London. London is the capital city of the United Kingdom and is set on the River Thames in the southeast of England. So it's where I'm from. The history of London goes back to Roman times. The Romans invaded Britain in CE. If you remember, CE, Common Era, we had it before, CE 43, and soon afterwards the city of Londinium was founded. Okay, so we can say the original city was a Roman city. So you can see here a subheading, facts. London is the biggest city in Europe and has a population of over 8.5 million people, which is more than 12% of the United Kingdom's overall population. So what this means is there are over 8.5 million people living in London, and that is over 12% of the United Kingdom's overall population. So to find the population, the overall population, we have to 10% add on 10% and then another 2%, so you'll see how big London actually is. It was the first city in the world to have an underground railway. Yes, commonly known as the Tube. Historical sites, so another subheading. There are many historical sites worth visiting in London. Some can only be viewed from the outside, meaning you can't go in, but it is possible to see the inside of others. The Houses of Parliament is the seat of government, so this is where you'll find the Prime Minister and all the ministers, and is situated by the side of the River Thames. So we have a large river too. Nearby is the famous Big Ben. Big Ben is in fact the name of the largest bell inside the clock tower, not the tower itself. Westminster Abbey, the site of the coronations of British monarchs, so this is where all of the kings and queens are crowned, is another well-known tourist attraction. On the other side of the river is the London Eye, an observation wheel. So you've all heard of the London Eye. It is a big Ferris wheel where you can see impressive views of the city. You can see for miles. For some people, the most famous historical site in London is Buckingham Palace, the London home of Queen Elizabeth II. She has many homes, but Buckingham Palace is her London home. So, the culture, another subheading. There are over 100 theatres in London showing a wide variety of musicals, and plays. The most famous is probably the Globe, which was built in the 1990s. The playwright William Shakespeare, okay, you all know William Shakespeare, wrote a lot of plays, probably our most famous playwright. Playwright William Shakespeare's plays were performed in the original theatre in the 1600s. So it was rebuilt in the 1990s, but there was a theatre there in the 1600s. London has a number of excellent museums, such as the Science and Natural History Museums, which are of interest to both children and adults, as well as Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. So, some of the things that you can see in London. Okay, another subheading here, shopping. London has a wide variety of places to shop, from world-famous shops on Oxford Street to the independent fashion stores of Carnaby Street. So, you have world-famous shops here on Oxford Street and small independent shops in Carnaby Street. Not forgetting two of the most famous shops in the world, Harrods Department Store and Hamley's Toy Shop. So they are both very famous shops, probably two of the most famous. Okay, so it says here, London is visited by millions of tourists every year. There is certainly something for everyone, and it is not necessary to spend a lot of money, as many attractions are free. All museums are free. Whether tourists are looking to experience historical London or want to be entertained by sporting events, what this means is London hosts many sporting events. Probably the most famous is Wimbledon, the big tennis tournament in London every year, normally in June. London is an excellent destination. Okay, so now here we go, over to you. You've seen an example that I wrote, now it's over to you. So write a report on a capital city that you would like to visit. Find out as much relevant information as you can. Now write up your report about the capital city of your choice. So, some points to remember when you start writing. So the features of a non-chronological report include present tense. So you're not time traveling. We don't put anything in the past, it is fact, so they are the facts as they are today. Formal style. Okay, so you're not writing to a friend. Third person, you're not involved. You are just reporting. So it is not you involved in the action. Okay? Subject-specific vocabulary. So you will keep the choice of words to the subject. We're not using imaginative or figurative language here. Factual description. So describe it as it is. Subheadings may be used in order to organise and find information more easily. I've used subheadings here for culture, for fact, so you could do the same. Passive sentences. Okay. What this means is where the object is the focus of the sentence, not a person. So normally when we speak, we put the subject first, but a passive, this is an active sentence. A passive is where the object, what you're talking about, is the focus of the sentence, so it comes first. And just to make things a little easier, we've included here a map for you. So you can choose anywhere. Maybe you want to choose a capital city in North America. So the capital city, of the United States being Washington. Down to Mexico, still in North America. South America, one of the countries there. Maybe you'd like to choose the capital city. Here's Africa. Maybe you'd like to choose a capital city from one of the countries here in Africa. My home continent of Europe. Maybe you'd like to choose the capital city there. Over here into Asia. Maybe you'd like to choose somewhere from Asia. Down to Australasia or Oceania as it is now. No point in going down to Antarctica because there's no capital city there. But the world, you can choose anywhere in the world, wherever you would like to go, and see how you get on. That's all for now, 5A and 5B. Good luck with it, and I will see you again tomorrow. Stay safe.